Speaker, to close the debate, it's my pleasure to yield the balance of our time to the gentlewoman from South Dakota, Ms. Noem, who has also contributed a major piece of the legislation before the House today.
The gentlewoman from South Dakota is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Speaker, human trafficking is an issue that I believe many people see as far removed from them and their families. But the reality is that it's happening all around us, in our schools, near our homes, on websites that our kids visit and frequent. And my words are not intended to alarm people today, but to bring into perspective that it isn't just happening overseas or in communities far away from our homes. It's happening across this country, even in my home state of South Dakota. In our state, there are three main ways that people are trafficked, according to Kimberly LaPlante, who works at an organization called Call to Freedom in Sioux Falls. One, trafficking victims are brought from bigger cities or from our Native American reservations and sent to the North Dakota oil fields. Two, they're sold at large events like our Sturgis annual motorcycle rally. Or three, it's homegrown trafficking, meaning this demand originates in our state. And that, by the way, is the most common problem across this country. In 2013, the South Dakota Attorney General's office held a 6-day undercover operation at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. They put up an online ad and in 6 days received more than 180 responses. Local law enforcement did the same thing in a community not far from my home. In just over 2 days, they received 110 responses. This form of slavery is happening almost every single day, and it's time we do something about it. This bill is our opportunity to do something about it. It's an opportunity for both chambers of Congress to stand together and support legislation that protects our children and our communities. One of the components of this legislation is a provision that I wrote to help combat many of the problems that we are facing in South Dakota, but also other places in the country. Today, there are only about 200 beds for underage victims in the United States. The language that I wrote included in this bill ensures that shelters can get access to more resources to build safe housing for those trying to escape and recover from trafficking. There's also a severe lack of information about trafficking and its victims. To help prevent it and to intervene when it does occur, my language aims to make sure that that information on the state of trafficking in this country is analyzed and used to decide how those federal resources should be used to combat it. I am so proud to see this package coming to the floor today. I urge the President to sign it quickly so that we can all join hands and act to prevent this human trafficking from continuing across our country and protect as many children and help them heal as we possibly can. With that, Mr. Speaker, I will yield back.
The